Welcome to the unexplained mysteries of the island of Sodor. This island is an SCP. These are the documented files of every SCP on this island. I am Agent 3283, or as the locals call me, Dave. My job is to document all records regarding the SCPs on the island of Sodor. I have here the file of S.C.P S.I-0D984. We acquired him recently. The sun was setting on the horizon. We were doing a routine patrol of the island of Sodor in our helicopter when we came across D261 on his way to deliver a goods train to Vickerstown Yard. Using some of our futuristic tech, we managed to hear D261 speaking with his driver. He said that his sides were sore and thought that he had took on some bad feel. We saw this as an opportunity to capture our first victim, so we followed him stealthily down the main line. As we followed closer, we also heard the diesel cry out in pain as we heard spluttering and groveling from his engine. The diesel tried to push on but was forced to come to a stop at the entrance of the yard. Where the diesel stopped made him a perfect target for us, because the diesel was completely hidden from everything else. So we swooshed down on D261 and his unsuspecting driver. We got close enough to the ground so that 4 of our guys could drop out by means of a rope. They dropped down with their guns aimed and told the driver to exit the diesel with their hands up. The driver did what he was told. He was totally scared of us. Agent 267 pulled out a very trusty device that we use out in the field all the time. It's called the memory wiper. He aimed the device at the driver, pushed a button, and there was a flash. He then spoke to the driver. "You never met us, D261 broken down. You are walking to Vickerstown Station to get help." The driver then started to walk down the line without saying a word, unknowing of what he had seen or heard. A couple agents from the helicopter dropped down a hook. The agents on the ground hooked the hook on D261 and attached some device to him to make him invisible once we were in the sky. We uncoupled the goods train from the frightened diesel as he was lifted into the sky. He wailed and screamed for help, but it did nothing as we disappeared into the night. We lowered D261 into a containment cell and unhooked him. Most of us jumped out at this time, but the pilot took the helicopter to the landing pad. D261 started asking questions like where he was or who we were. All we could tell him was he was at our base. Agent 267 began to question him. He resisted at first because he was scared. 267 began to interrogate him for what seemed like hours, questioning him about every little thing. He soon spoke up, saying that he has no love for Sodor and hates all steam engines. He gave us some useful information about the work schedules and routines of some engines. We seen an opportunity to use D261 for our own plans. We continued to interrogate him to make sure he wasn't lying to us and to test his loyalty. So we gave D261 a choice he could not refuse: either join us and help us take over Sodor, or remain locked in confinement for the rest of his life. He obviously chose to join us. We told him he will have a new identity and a new paint job. We put him through our painting process center and painted him a fresh coat of black paint, along with new numbers written in yellow paint that read D984. We looked the diesel over and repaired any mechanical problems he had, including his overheating issue. We have upgraded him with a tracker and invisibility tech to help him move more covertly. We took D261 back to the island of Sodor and have begun covert ops with him. For the time being, he has been really useful. He has asked that we consider recruiting his 3 diesel siblings, Spancam, Braxton, and Lucy. We told him we'll consider it, but we remain highly skeptical of how much we can trust them. D984 has asked us to capture Stepney, his steam engine, who he wants revenge on for making him look like a fool in front of everyone. D984 and some of our agents cornered Stepney on the Bluebell Railway. Things went south when we tried to contain him. His driver and firemen started shooting at us, so we fired back. Our agents started to surround Stepney. He was scared to death. This had been an interesting report to do. This file is marked classified and will be placed in the secret files. This is Agent 3283 saying thank you for this assignment. Good luck D984, signed Agent Dave.